Hey everyone, it's Kyle from Cool Collectibles, back again for another Kotobukiya Artifacts Plus statue review, this time the Avengers Now Hawkeye. For all your Kotobukiya statues, click the link in the description below to head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. So I'll just give you guys a quick look at the packaging. So it comes with the standard Marvel Now packaging that they've gone with. I still don't think it's quite as nice as the DC versions. That are clear and actually show you the statue inside, but still not too bad. They're much bigger than the DC ones too. So you get a few pictures of the statue, and here's the blurb if you want to pause and have a read. And there's the prototype or artwork on which the statue is based. So I'll crack him open and give you guys a closer look. So this is how he comes straight out of the packaging. So similar to the other Marvel Artifacts Plus statues, there is a bit of assembly required. I'm not sure why they have done that with this particular line, unlike the DC line. But hopefully it's not too hard to put together, and I'll do that right now and give you guys a look at the fully assembled statue. Alright, so here he is set up, and once he's set up he does look pretty damn cool. So it does get a bit fiddly, so I'll go through that in a second, but it does come with a set of instructions to go through exactly what you need to do. So he comes together like that, so you just plug the torso into the lower half and the arm goes in there, and it all fits in fairly easily and smoothly, so I didn't have to put any major pressure on it at all. And for the arm at least, there's no real sort of gap that you can see once it's pushed in properly, so that's all good. I'll just go through how you put the bow together. So I'll just take this apart for now if I can get it back out again. Alright, so I'll just go through the arrows first anyway. The arrows are pretty nicely done. So you get a nice little purple tip there, and the feathers at the back there. So not too bad, and they're fairly flexible, so you just got to be a bit careful not to snap them. And you do get 6 in total. So 5 go in the quiver at the back, and you can sort of rotate the quiver at the back. I think there were a whole bunch of complaints originally in the prototype pictures where the quiver was facing that way, which you know, if he's holding the bow like that and trying to draw the arrows out, it doesn't really make sense for it to face that direction. But that's pretty much an easy fix, just to rotate it back the other way. So no big deal there. So that's cool, and you just put the 5 and they just sort of sit in there. And the bow itself, I'll just try and put him on the base here. For the base, it comes with the standard magnetic base with the magnets on the feet there. It doesn't feel as sturdy as the others, and he does sort of wobble a little bit even when he's on the stand. It's not going to topple over, but I don't think he can stand on his own fairly well, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it. So definitely keep him on that magnetic base. But for the bow itself, it does come in 2 pieces. So you just there's a little section here where you can disconnect it, and you effectively slide this thing slowly into the hand. It's a pretty tight fit, so you just got to be gentle and not try and break anything. And there is a warning about that in the instructions. And then once it's all the way through, so that part's sticking out, you pretty much just connect that back in there like so. So you can sort of see the connection point there, and you just connect it up and make sure it's nice and flush, and that's pretty much it. And then this section here, you just pretty much just tuck it in under the thumb there. It's a shame that that's not string or some sort of flexible material. It's just a molded plastic. I heard their new DC Green Arrow figure actually has some sort of flexible material there, which would have been a nicer touch, but not a big deal. The arrow itself, all you pretty much do is the nook here and the feathers, you jam it between the two fingers there and you put it into that notch there. So I'll try and do that now without breaking anything. So you pretty much just gently, it does get a bit fiddly, but once you put it in, it's not too bad. You just need to sort of flex the arrow a little bit, just so it doesn't have that bent look. So for mine, it does look pretty straight from that angle. I have seen others where it either they haven't really pushed the joints in properly or whatever, and it does look like it's a bit bent, but mine doesn't look too bad. But just for the sake of the rest of the review, I'll take that off. For everything else, it's not too bad. I still think the paint apps on the DC versions are quite a bit better actually than these Marvel versions, which is disappointing, but the head sculpt itself is not too bad. I like that look with the glasses on. The paint app, I'm not sure if the camera's picking up, but along this edge here, it seems like it missed a layer of paint or something along that edge, and so there's a bit of skin texture difference, but it's not too noticeable from that front on angle, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. And again, the molding on the back, if I just take that off, it's not too bad. The detailing, I guess there's a bit of paint sort of slop or rub there, but that's not too bad. I do like the leather look of the pouches, so they've done that fairly nicely and given that a nice sort of texture. And the belt, the same for the gun holster here. It would have been a nice touch if that was able to open and you could remove the gun or something like that, but that's definitely firmly fixed in place. The molding on the pants and the torso is pretty nice, so it gives it a nice dynamic look. And the boots are fairly simple, but all nicely painted in the sort of dark black and purple that he's renowned for. So overall, pretty good, but yeah, still not as good as the DC versions in my opinion. And here's just a closer look at the quiver. So it's got the nice patches on the side as well, and you just peg that hole in there. So that's pretty much it. I'll set him up and get the other Avengers out and give you guys a group shot and take it from there. Alright, so here he is set up with the team so far. So I've only got Hulk, Captain America and Black Widow to go with him so far. I did get Thor the other day as well, so that review's coming up next. And just like the Justice League DC versions, these guys really do come to the fore when displayed together, and you know, they are fairly flexible on where you put them on those bases, so you can swap and change and do whatever sort of assembly you want, because they do look pretty amazing together. My favorite is still probably Hulk, just for the size and just the detail, with Captain America probably my next favorite. But the Thor one looks pretty damn good too, so hope you guys can click that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next Thor review, and give the video a thumbs up if you like the review so far. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, bye.